Imagine this, you're watching a classic 80s movie and suddenly a scene stops you in your tracks. It's bold, it's iconic, and it's of someone who became a symbol of an era. That's exactly what happened when Phoebe Cates, the actress and model who stole hearts in the 1980s, left nothing to the imagination in one of her most memorable roles. Known for her beauty, her charm, and her unforgettable performances, Phoebe has always been a figure of fascination. But this time, it wasn't just her acting skills that made headlines, it was a scene that became legendary. What's the story behind this moment? And why is it still talked about decades later? Stick around because this is a story you won't want to miss. Phoebe Cates is a name that needs no introduction. From her breakout role in Fast Times at Ridgemont High to her iconic performance in Gremlins, Phoebe became one of the most recognizable faces of the 1980s. Known for her natural beauty, her effortless charm, and her undeniable screen presence, she quickly became a Hollywood icon. But there's one moment in particular that cemented her status as a legend, a scene that left audiences gasping and talking for years to come. So, what's the deal with this scene? If you've seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High, you know exactly what we're talking about. In one of the most iconic moments in film history, Phoebe's character, Linda Barrett, emerges from a swimming pool in slow motion wearing a red bikini. The scene is unforgettable not just because of its boldness, but because of the way Phoebe owned it. Her confidence, her charisma, and her natural beauty made it a moment that's still talked about today. Let's take a moment to reflect on Phoebe's journey. Born and raised in New York City, she came from a family with a strong connection to the arts. Her uncle was the legendary actor Michael Kidd, and her cousin is the actress Catherine Keener. With such a creative background, it's no surprise that Phoebe found her way into acting. But what set her apart was her ability to connect with audiences in a way that felt real and relatable. Whether she was playing a high school student or a quirky love interest, Phoebe always brought a sense of authenticity to her roles. Now back to that iconic scene. Why has it remained so memorable? For starters, it's a perfect example of how a single moment can define a career. Pool scene wasn't just about shock value, it was about Phoebe's ability to captivate an audience with her presence. Her confidence and poise turned what could have been just another movie moment into something truly iconic. But here's the thing, Phoebe Cates was more than just that scene. She was a talented actress who brought depth and charm to every role she played. From her comedic timing in Fast Times to her heartfelt performance in Gremlins, Phoebe proved that she was more than just a pretty face. She was a true artist who knew how to connect with her audience. Let's talk about the bigger picture. Why do moments like this resonate so deeply with people? Part of it is the nostalgia factor. For many, Phoebe Cates represents a time when movies were fun, bold, and unapologetic. But it's also about the way she carried herself. Phoebe wasn't just a star, she was a symbol of confidence and self-assurance. In a world that often tries to put people in boxes, she showed us the power of being yourself. Now, let's not forget Phoebe's sense of humor. One of the reasons she's so beloved is her ability to laugh at herself and not take life too seriously. Whether she was on screen or off, Phoebe always had a way of making people smile. And that's exactly what made her so relatable. As we wrap up this story, let's take a moment to appreciate Phoebe Cates for who she is. A talented, funny, and confident woman who isn't afraid to be herself. Whether she's on screen, on the red carpet, or spending time with her family, Phoebe always brings her A game. And that's something we can all admire. If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking with us. Stories like these are a reminder to celebrate ourselves and others, no matter what. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use a little confidence boost, and subscribe for more fun and inspiring content. Let's keep spreading positivity and celebrating the people who make us smile. Thanks for watching, and remember, life's too short not to rock that outfit or whatever makes you feel amazing.